Hey guys, it's Adam here from Dax Fit in London and Adam Doran's Personal Training Group on Facebook. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about stress and digestion and exactly why stress is really negative for digesting your food properly and for extracting the nutrition from your food. So in my article, this video is below my article, but if you haven't seen my article, it was about how when we eat, it's our cells sending out a signal to us, a hunger signal to us to say we need more nutrients. Okay, so it basically explains that the importance of eating is, yes, you want to eat good food, but the extraction of the nutrition from that food is more important than just simply eating good food. You can eat good food all you like, but if you don't take the nutrients out of the food, you don't get the benefits from the food. Okay, so it's all about how when we're stressed out, we don't extract the nutrition properly and why that happens. So I'm going to go to the whiteboard here and just give you a little bit of an explanation to why that doesn't happen. So I don't think you can see very clearly here, but basically this is at the top here we've got the sympathetic nervous system. So this is the stress branch of the nervous system. This is what people describe as fight or flight. So we use this branch of the nervous system when we want to get out of stressful situations. Like, when we were cavemen, we'd be getting away from saber-toothed tigers or, even just getting out of a fight these days, okay? But unfortunately, because we have a lot of stresses in our life these days, or a lot of perceived stresses, such as like, being stuck in traffic or having an argument with a girlfriend or I don't know, being held up, being late for work, whatever it is, we still have this stress fight or flight response. So a lot of us we're quite stressed when we're actually going sitting down to eat our food. And you probably ask, so why is that still important? So the other branch of the nervous system is called the parasympathetic, and this is known as the rest and digest side. So you start to get a really clear story. One's the fight and flight, one's the rest and digest. So when we're in the sympathetic branch of our nervous system, we go into what I said before, fight or flight. Our heart rate increases. We start to produce more sweat. This is actually another defense mechanism. This is a way of one, cooling down the body, and two, making our body more slippery. So if there's any predators trying to get after us, it's harder for them to grip onto us. Okay, and then our eyes dilate, so our visual system upregulates itself to keep aware of these threats that are around us, these predators that are around us. Then next two are really important, right? So blood rushes to the extremities, the muscles, further to the skin, but it rushes away from the digestive system. So the digestive system is downregulated, while the muscular system is upregulated to fight the perceived threat or get away from the perceived threat. Then the enzyme production, which starts in the mouth, which actually helps in breaking down the food, is downregulated as well. So you start to get a picture of why, when we're inside of the nervous system, extracting the nutrition from our food is near impossible. Okay, so I've put down a few things you can do about this. As well, just to recap, stuff like irritable bowel syndrome, stuff like leaky gut syndrome, they can all be caused from sympathetic dominance and eating at the wrong time. So these are a few things that you can add to your daily routine to help manage this if you feel like you're quite a stressed out person, to help manage the stress. Okay, so the first one I'd say is avoid rushed meals and eating on the go. So eating on the go is, you're actively walking, you're actively thinking about what you have to do next. You're not consciously spending time and eating your food without any worries. This is again, it causes a stress response in the body. And avoid rushing meals. Take the time with your food. You don't digest your food properly unless you chew it properly. Um, and if you're thinking about what you've got to do next or what you've got to do later, it's again a stressful situation. Okay, this one I like to use, and I think it's something that all of us can use. Most of us got iPods, right, and iPhones. So listening to some calming music, sticking some calming music in your earphones 5 minutes before you eat, it'll help. It'll help bring your heart rate down, and it'll help create a parasympathetic response in the nervous system. Okay, and next one, breathing. I've done a few articles on breathing, and breathing is so important. It's the vitality of our body. Okay, so doing a few belly breaths before you have your meal. So hand on your belly, breathe deep into your belly, and out. This will again help bring the heart rate down, help calm and soften the body down. Okay, next, eat consciously, and I know it sounds funny, but love your food. Um, I think that Dax gives a really good example about this. I think it's called the French paradox. The French eat a lot of wheat, they eat a lot of dairy, they eat foods that a lot of us are intolerant to. But the difference is they actually spend time loving their food. They make time for their food. Their meals are really important to them. And it has a really, really big impact because, obviously when they're eating their food, they're very relaxed, it's time to eat. Whereas a lot of us, we rush our meals, it becomes a very stressful and unimportant part of our day. So make it a little bit more important, spend some time eating your food and make it a bit more conscious. So, sit there, eat your food, enjoy, spend half an hour away from everything else and eat consciously. Okay, and last one is try and cook yourself. So digestion starts with preparation, right? So it's when we're preparing our food, saliva starts getting released in the mouth. The digestive process actually starts when we prepare the food. We're looking through our visual system, and the brain is telling the body we're preparing food, we're getting ready to eat. So this is again is another important one. Obviously, not everyone can prepare their food every day, but if you get the opportunity, prepare your food, spend some time with it, love it again, and you'll create a much better parasympathetic effect response and a much stronger chance of extracting the proper nutrition from your food. Okay, so that was my little rundown about why it's so important to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system before we eat. I hope that's been helpful. If any of you guys got any stuff you do, or if you enjoyed the video and article, please put your comments down below. I've been Adam for DaxFit. See you next time.